Alright there, your mate Yorkie here. As we move towards the end of Steam Next Fest, we are still next Festering, and right now we've got Sovereign Syndicate. A steampunk themed RPG using tarot cards instead of dice. As a heathen bugger myself, I've learned a little about the tarot cards, so I'm curious. Is it a worthwhile gimmick, or just a trashy little stupid one? Who knows? Let's take a look at what they've got. This is scheduled to release in January, I believe it is. So about 3 months away. Atticus Daly, Chapter 1, Beggar's Lane. Follow Atticus Daly as he explores the seedy underbelly of London's East Docklands in search of his mother, a reason for living, and his next fix. Atticus is a prisoner to the voice of... archetype selection. Animal instinct. Blaming his fiery temper on his Minotaur blood, he embraces intimidation and combat, swearing he has a handle on his vices. Not a lot of choices, but there are a few. Standing attribute, Animal Instinct +8, Spryness +5, Wit +2, Trait Intimidating, Major Arcana, Chariot. So long since I've looked at them. Chariot, I believe, is Strength, Combat, Speed, etc. Travel. Alright. As a magician, he is trained in escape tricks and sleight of hand. He is light-footed and nimble for a Minotaur. Spryness +8, Animalistic +5, Self-Discipline +2. Major Arcana of the Star, which I believe is a mystical one, a more positive mystical one. The Moon is more about illusion, etc. Trait Charlatan, interesting. Doesn't tell me what these traits are, etc., or what the effect of this Major Arcana are. The Hermit, Withdrawal, Learnedness, Reflection. Atticus Daily, Wit. Rationality suits him in a world that is unforgiving. He meets challenges with a silver tongue and understands basic machinery. Wit +8, Self-Discipline +5, Animal Instinct +2, Hermit, Self-Reliance. High Priestess, I don't really remember. Self-Discipline, okay, yeah, makes sense. He grew up in a crowded orphanage using illusory magic to disguise himself as human. He moderates his urges and keeps a cool head. Self-Discipline +8, Wit 5, and Spryness 2. High Priestess and Trait Illusionist. I'm gonna go Charlatan, Magical Charlatan, why not? Appealing. Man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask and he will tell you the truth. Interesting, because we all wear masks in a way in public. Putting on one face for one and one for another, adapting to a situation. But it's often not exactly our entire truth, isn't it? A dark shape looms over you, against the guttering lamplight. The black-shadowed form hovers unsteadily like a cutout in a magic lantern. You can't be sure whether it's a real living thing or another grim manifestation from your week-long bender, which at first blush you appear to have survived. Or is it the face of death come to claim you? In any case, the spectre seems to be in no hurry to move along. Painful memories prick your gin-addled brain. Now you recall why you're here. You chose this alleyway in London's East End to drown the last of your days in drink. Well, if this apparition isn't the angel of death, even at suicide you have failed. Old crone. Atticus, he's coming, wake up. Get out of my head, you old crone. Atticus Daily, Masked Stranger. Wit. Are these different aspects of his personality? And that makes sense. Nothing but a dark silhouette for a face. No, it's a mask. Self-reflection. His voice is cold and mechanical, like the hinge of a heavy iron door, concealing his identity, no doubt. Self-discipline. Try to speak. 69%, 17 difficulty versus 12 self-discipline. 5 required to succeed. 5 of Cups. Okay. Voice cold, mechanical. +1 phlegm. Atticus Daily, self-discipline. Who are you? +1 phlegm, do I wonder? Spryness. Instead of a response, he proffers me a tin stippled flask. I wish it had voiceover, but I can live with it not doing. That is a negative to me, but it's not a high one. A small kindness. Take it eagerly. Yeah. I've been hoping for a hair of the dog, but alas, it's only the chloric bit of London tap water. +10 hope. Self-discipline. Better than a parched mouth, and at least a bit restorative. Spryness. Stowing the flask, the stranger leans back into the dim light of gas lamps. You can finally see his features in full. Self-reflection. He wears a brass-buttoned travelling waistcoat, complete with a scarlet hood and a mask of ornate gold panels. It glitters in the gaslight, delicately crafted. Wit. Finery, like I've said, never seen before. Clothing, especially when well made. Master Edge, on your feet now, you sorry sight. Self-discipline, dizzy from the head rush. It's hard to keep my balance. Who are you and what do you want with me? A friend in need of your services. How do I know you're a friend? Self-reflection, a friend, but a man of his station so deep in the Docklands spells trouble. Wit. Misery acquaints a man with his strange bedfellows. I need a moment to get my bearings. Fair enough, but I'll be watching, says my stranger. Spryness. The stranger pulls back his waistcoat, showing off a gilded flintlock pistol. Handheld firearm with a flint striking ignition mechanism. Animal instincts. Over the years, many a minge bag, spickled person, has come to collect. This balmy naff, contemptible person, anyone lacking taste or style, is no different. I like the, is it Cockney or is it just general English? Because some of this, certainly I've heard in various places living in England. Naff is crap. Balmy is stupid, unstable or mentally unwell. Task the masked stranger. Self-discipline. So many outstanding debts and foregone second chances. Is it all catching up with me? Weary or worse, no matter. Let it be tonight then. He can try. What's end? Endurance, maybe? He can try like all the others, but none have yet succeeded. Let it be tonight. Temperament. Temperament is a representation of your character's mental state, progressing from desperate, weary, content, optimistic to hopeful. Your choices can change your character's temperament. Certain dialogue options are only available based on his temperament score. -5 hope. No matter. Let it be tonight then. Do I see my temperament anywhere? Country, tarot, character. As you play, you'll accumulate humours. When a humour bar is filled, the associated attribute will increase by 1. Each humour is related to an aspect of your being and will increase the more you indulge or exercise that part of you. So self-discipline on phlegm, blood gives spryness, yellow bile gives animal instinct, and black bile gives wit. Got good animal instinct, reasonably good animal instinct, good spryness, moderate self-discipline, and weak wit. I've got 1 out of 10, okay. No matter, let it be tonight. Old crone, come now. Jolly things aren't so dire. Task started, the old crone. Self-discipline, it's up to me, seeing every impulse to an outcome, snuffing out the pleasures of life, so should I so desire. Self-discipline, what I need is peace and quiet, a place to clear my mind. Oh, wit, can't hardly focus on pleasure in such a state. Far too many voices in my head. Peace and quiet. +1 phlegm. Not sure if it's peaceful or quiet, but behind that padlocked door you might at least escape the stranger. Okay. So it's not WASD movement. It's click the part of the ground. Fine. Explore the world, where you discover helpful items. Your journey. East London hides many secrets. Press and hold the highlight hotspots tab by default. Got a newspaper. The Illustrated London News, this week's edition. A fleet-footed journalist takes to the East End, underground and undercover. The hard-boiled scoop of the Courtesan Killer. Who's really behind the murders? And what is Scotland Yard still hiding from the public? Read on for the gory details. The story will boil your blood. Let's have a look at the news or ponder it. In a voice at odds. When you choose one voice over another, this changes the balance of your humours. Over time, these voices become stronger. Plus one black bile. Atticus daily hazards of the job, I suppose. Self-reflection, but it's a shame. No one deserves to die like that. Animal instincts, maybe not. They knew the rest. The East End is an unforgiving place. Or self-discipline, that's true. I've kept their company before. It could have been an acquaintance of mine. Plus one phlegm. Wait, Ariana? It's entirely possible. Plus one black bile. Wait, Dolly's being haunted. It's rather Dolly Sisters, isn't it? Oh, Dolly Mops. No, Dolly Sisters in Discworld, you brat. Dolly Mops, prostitutes. Being haunted. It's rather curious. Investigate the murders. The Courtesan Killer. I'm no police special. A detective or special investigator. I'll see what I can find. Nice. Cane sword. An evening cane concealing a steel blade in cherry wood sheath. Beneath a brass-pick head is a band of crushed velvet. Battle-scarred and well-worn handle. Self-reflection. And suitable in an aristocratic circle. Take it with you. I should really keep better track of my belongings, says self-discipline, even on a gin bender. I got a liquor bottle over here. Geneva, a Dutch spirit, malt wine flavoured with juniper. Rotgut. Poor quality and potentially toxic liquor. And dried gin bottles are strewn about, broken and empty. Wager those are remnants of a day drowned in sorrow. Feels like ages ago. What's left of my stash? It's worth a closer look. Oh, an unlikely skill check. 20 difficulty against 10 wit. I wonder if they're ranking Page, Knight, Queen and King as 11, 12, 13 and 14. Well, we'll have a go. Minor Tarot. To make a skill check, you will draw a card from one of the 4 Minor Arcana decks. Each deck contains numbered cards from 1 Ace to 14 King. 8 Ace, right. They also contain the World. That's a Major Arcana. I believe it's a penultimate Major Arcana, the last one being Judgment. Which will always succeed a skill check. And the Fool, which will always fail, that's also Major Arcana. And the Fool isn't usually viewed as a stupid person, as much as a naive person setting out on a journey. Which will always fail and then reshuffle the deck. Ah, interesting. I like this mechanic. It's not necessarily better than dice, but it's different, and I like it. It draws from cups when calmness and self-discipline are tested. From wands when performing mental feats or employing sharp wit. In case you're wondering, cups is generally emotion, wands is intellect, swords, fire is like aggression, power, etc. Testing physical force, intimidation or instinct. And coins, earthy situations, brightness, joy or energy. 8 of wands, failure. +1 black bile. So even though we failed, we got a black bile. Wit. Nothing here but empties. Okay. Okay, this is actually quite interesting. I wish it had voiceover, I'm not gonna lie. There's a hell of a lot of reading when it doesn't. If I'm gonna do a let's play or something like that, that is a lot of reading. Herring basket. A slatted wooden basket made from hazel cuttings. Willow branches weave around the bottom for support. Might belong to someone in the tenements. Buildings divided into the individual flats yet. I can smell the rotting fish from here, several days past its prime. Let's have a look. %, 20 versus 12. 8 required to succeed. White strips of flesh looming in the pool of decomposition. Keep it herring. Small oily fish that's salted or pickled, then cold smoked over a smouldering wood. Okay. 8, exactly right. Self-discipline. The acrid smell brings tears to my eyes, but somehow my stomach doesn't empty itself out. Dig through it. That failed. Aim for a penny, in for a pound. The smell and scaly glutinous texture under my nails. -10 hope. It's seeping into my very soul. For God's sake, back away from this basket. Do I know? I don't know any of that. That's fine. Those are like missions. Inventory. Oh, temperament 25, weary. Okay, cool. Padlocked door. Let's have a look down there. It'd be nice if you could speed up the movement. I'm not sure if you can. Yes, you can. Double click. Padlock door, a heavy door that's blocking my escape from the stranger. There's an oxidized chain and a padlock over the hasp. Hinged metal plate that fastens a door fitted with metal loop for a... Yeah. Should be a soft job, so long as this lock isn't rusted through. Very easy skill check. Requires a 2. Hands are a bit shaky, but let's have a go. I drew the fool. Oh, great. Never had a knack for this fine motor work. Better play to my strengths. Let's break the damn thing. Very easy skill check. Page 11. +1 yellow bile. I've got +1 blood and +1 yellow bile. Animal instinct. That'll do. I wonder where it leads. Away from the strangers is enough for me. There's nothing else I can do around here, is there? Oh, if I move this way... Palladium. Last night's hard to recall. Bodily aches suggest they threw me out around closing time. Anything else there? No. Gears and cogs. Mechanical odds and ends shimmering in the gaslight. Worth a little tin. You deal them to an engine man. Money. Let's grab them. Might prove useful. Containment fence. Military grade reinforced with barbed wire. The sign reads Werewolf Containment Fence. Containment zone. In luminescent paint. Electric bolts arc between the fence posts. The smoky ozone scent flooding your nostrils. Not harming a look. Really or worse, bugger this ruddy fence. It's just a pile of kindling wire. I'll take a running start and charge straight through it. That could be disastrous, but I'm going to do it. A penny paper lies in the rain, in a puddle. Sodden and scarcely legible, save for these lines. Minotaur body found, no unknown relatives. Service held. Died of Sacred Heart. Arms accepted. Alright, I'm going to end there. I know this is short. No, I'm not. I'm tempted. I'm not. You startle awake to a grating metallic screech. Okay. Yeah, let's not do that, eh? Unlikely skill check. 10 required. Made it though. Sprinus wit. Silk wrapped cables running into a switch box. That must be the power source. I'm no engineer, but I might be able to power down the fence from that switch box. A battered metal switch box secured by chain and padlock. Very easy. Bash it open. Bully, that did it. And now I'll cut through this power and hop the fence. I'll put some distance between me and the stranger. Well, me decide with voltage running through the the razor coils. Bit risky. Can't be that hard to cut the current. Pull the red wire, eh? Yeah, that failed. Can't be. A sharp shock runs through my fingers, burning through the sensor, before petering off into nothing. Got a yellow bile, but we lost 10 hopes, so we're down to 13. I'll have to come back with someone who knows circuitry. There's vagrants up here, let's go chat to them. Two rootless souls taking their ease in the heat of steam vent. One of the few free comforts to be had in all London town. This one is Paul Pickett. Drifted around the city so much it's hard to not to know him. Might not remember me though. All the damn dash, that landlord. Bloody meter refuses to fix the heat in my boat. In my abode. Them mutton shunters cast me out on the bricks like flicking an ant off a sleeve. Meter's a coward. Mutton shunters, police officers. The unfortunate's companion lies stretched out on the ground, his tattered garments splashed with ale stains. Both men are dusty, perpetually so. Not that I miss the old quarters now. With the endless boiler troubles. It was not much warmer in there than out here. He looks at me askance. Wager his mood is still thawing. Oi, Horns! If you're not handing out hot meals, bugger off. Talking takes thinking. I ain't got a lot of that to spare, in case you didn't notice. Look at a Minotaur whose eyes are just as bad as his ears. Like I said the first time, unless you got some morsel for old Poe, just bugger off. Missing poster Julian Bertram O'Brien. Orphans missing from Sacred Heart Orphanage. Small reward furnished upon any information leading to their safe return. Please have a heart for our poor children. The Sisters of Sacred Heart, 22 Cherry Wine Lane, East London. Arms accepted. But I'd rather not think about it. +1 black bile. A brother and sister gone missing from where I was brought up. Being an orphan myself, should I be the one to investigate? It's one phlegm. There are unsettled spirits in the Docklands. Like it or not, I play a part in their pageantry. Hopefully not as some marionette with strings to pull for their amusement. Marionette's kind of string doll or string puppet. But I should leave no cobble unturned. Search for the missing orphans. Something's not right here, and orphans in the Dockland need all the help they can get. We're getting an increased number of things here. More gears and cogs. Gather them. Underground police, underground station. It's the witching hour, so of course the trains aren't running. I escaped from the stranger this way. Wagon. And we've got the masked stranger up here, who I want to talk to actually. Some wayward cartwright abandoned their wagon here. Beyond it, tenements are a dead end. And a dead end. It's got me hemmed in. The stranger stands with a loose grip on his flintlock. Right then, you ruddy sight, let's get going. We'll need you batting on a full wicket. Should I let him ragdoll me around East London? Yeah, why not? Not a chance. Alright. Failed! Drew the ace. Oh, what's this? My stature, I should get the best of him. Still, it's a question of speed and dexterity. I make a pass with a flintlock revolver on his waist, but he's too fast to catch my wrist, where the bones are delicate. Wrenching my elbow in the opposite direction, I can only hope to be not be crippled. I'm down to 3! You can't shake me off. I'm not one of your debts. I'm out of hope, I think. A cloud of sudden fear drains colour from the world. This cove has seen combat, and the lives that he robbed on the battlefield are somehow shimmering in his eyes, letting me know he would kill again. Whatever thoughts were crossing my mind are frozen in place, like watching a busy intersection warp into a slow motion and then hold entirely still. I cannot even think about what it means to think. Fine, then I'll go along willingly, but if I'm ready to make my end, please spare me the pain of it. Zero, I am desperate at this point. I'm glad we understand each other. Where are you taking me? Oh, I succeeded somehow. I'm wondering, when we draw these, unless you hit the fool, because didn't it say the fool shuffles things again? If you don't, does it draw cards out of that particular arcana? And then, so it changes the odds each time, if that is the case. That would be fascinating. Somewhere you'll likely be more comfortable. I'd rather not suffer any more than I have to, but at some point you'll tell me what you're planning. There's no time for dawdling. Bell end. Tosser. Expletive signifying contempt. Yeah, he hasn't any conscience. If it seems like London left you behind, humour me for the evening. Otherwise, I'll deliver the bounty on your head, and you won't waste any time. This is very strongly narrative run. It reminds me in some ways, I mean it's different, yes, absolutely. It reminds me in some ways of a Disco Elysium. And I'm very interested in it. I like the graphics. The music, I could easily leave it. It's not great. I'll give it a 5. 6 is it does the job, but that's all. 5 is, it's not really hitting right at all, but it's not terrible. The graphics I like. The storyline, the character. It's like Disco Elysium in a way, with the different competing internal things. The trick of the gimmick of the Arcana is intriguing indeed. I like it, especially if it does change the odds each time. Unlike a die, which is always, 1 to 20. This, if I'm reading it right, you draw the 11. That 11's not available again until you reshuffle it all. That would be fascinating. The aesthetic, the old London town, playing Minotaur, all of that, I'm down with. I want to see more of this. If you do too, hit me up in the comments and let me know. This actually is somewhat intriguing. Oh, I'll see you next time.